Welcome to Learn English Easily, where we strive to make the process of learning English straightforward, enjoyable, and accessible for all. My name is David, and I will be your instructor. As we embark on this exciting journey together, whether you are a novice or someone aiming to enhance your conversational skills, you have come to the right place. In today's lesson, we will explore a significant topic. Is it possible to achieve fluency in English within 5 months? The answer is a resounding yes, and I will guide you through the steps to accomplish this. By the conclusion of this lesson, you will gain a clear understanding of what fluency entails, how to attain it, and how to optimize both your study time and the quality of your practice. Additionally, we will address some prevalent misconceptions about language learning and outline the most effective strategies to ensure your success. What does it mean to be fluent? Before we delve into the methods for achieving fluency in English, let us first clarify the concept of fluency itself. Many individuals misinterpret the term, believing that fluency equates to speaking a language flawlessly like a native speaker. However, this is not entirely accurate. In reality, fluency does not require perfect speech. It simply indicates that you can communicate effectively and naturally with minimal hesitation. Picture water flowing effortlessly down a river. That is the essence of fluency in a language. Your words should flow naturally, and you should not need to pause excessively to gather your thoughts before speaking. To be more precise, fluency in English means effective and seamless communication allows for a natural flow of conversation. Confidence is key, enabling you to express your thoughts comfortably. Even in the event of errors, you are prepared for dialogue. You can engage in typical conversations about daily activities, seek directions, or share your interests. It is crucial to understand that fluency does not equate to flawless native-level proficiency. Native speakers also make occasional mistakes. The essence of fluency lies in the ability to communicate. If you can articulate your ideas clearly and comprehend others, you are considered fluent. It is acceptable not to know every word or to make minor grammatical errors. The goal is not perfection, but rather effective and natural communication. Regarding the concept of achieving fluency within 5 months, it is essential to discuss the feasibility of this goal. You may question whether this is truly attainable. The answer is affirmative, provided there is dedication, focus, and the appropriate methodology. First, it is important to dispel a common myth. The duration of time spent learning a language does not solely dictate the speed of acquisition. The effectiveness of that time is equally significant. A person who dedicates 2 hours daily for 5 months can attain fluency more rapidly than someone who practices only once a week for 5 years. The combination of quality and quantity is vital for optimal outcomes. In terms of quantity, how much time should you allocate to reach fluency in 5 months? A considerable investment of time in learning and practicing English is necessary. Specifically, a general guideline suggests approximately 600 hours of concentrated and effective practice. While this may seem daunting, let us break it down. 600 hours over 5 months translates to about 20 hours per week or approximately 4 hours each day. To achieve rapid proficiency in English, it is essential to dedicate time to daily practice. You may find the idea of committing 3 to 4 hours each day daunting. However, this does not necessitate an uninterrupted session of grammar study. In fact, such an approach would be counterproductive. Instead, consider dividing your practice into shorter, more manageable segments throughout the day. For instance, you could allocate 1 hour in the morning to listen to an English podcast during breakfast, followed by 30 minutes at lunch to review vocabulary or read an English article. In the evening, you might watch a 45-minute English television show or YouTube video, concentrating on comprehending the dialogue. Additionally, spend another 45 minutes practicing speaking by repeating phrases or engaging in conversations with yourself, friends, or an online language partner. By segmenting your practice, you can seamlessly integrate language learning into your daily routine. Regarding the quality of your study time, It is vital to recognize that while the duration of your learning is significant, the quality of that time is paramount. You could invest 5 hours a day in passive listening without any focus, or you could engage in 1 hour of concentrated practice on specific skills, with the latter yielding far superior results. Therefore, how can you enhance the quality of your learning experience? Engaged practice involves more than merely listening to English. It requires active attention. Strive to comprehend the spoken content, observe the structure of sentences, and articulate key phrases aloud. Ensure that the material you are studying provides comprehensible input, meaning it should be appropriately challenging without overwhelming you. If you find yourself understanding only a small fraction of the words in a TV show or article, it may be too advanced. Aim for a level where you can grasp around 80% of the content, as this will facilitate learning without causing frustration. Additionally, speaking practice is essential for achieving fluency. While reading and listening are valuable, speaking is the primary means to develop fluency. Seek a language partner or tutor for practice, or engage in self-dialogue. Speaking aloud will enhance your confidence and help establish the muscle memory necessary for natural conversation. Emotional engagement plays a crucial role in the learning process. The more you enjoy it, the quicker you will progress. Select subjects that captivate your interest and incorporate enjoyable methods into your studies. Watch your favorite movies in English, read about your passions, or listen to English language music. A common misconception about fluency is the belief that one must possess an extensive vocabulary. In truth, approximately 4,000 commonly used words are sufficient for engaging in everyday conversations. Consider that daily discussions typically revolve around familiar topics, such as the weather, food, work, family, and hobbies. Advanced vocabulary, such as terms like metamorphosis or subatomic, is unnecessary for ordinary conversations. A more targeted vocabulary is far more effective than attempting to memorize countless rarely used words. Begin by mastering the most frequently used words and phrases in English, and gradually expand your vocabulary as you progress. To achieve fluency within 5 months, concentrate on learning words that will enable immediate communication. Lastly, hone your listening skills to better understand English. Listening serves as one of the most effective methods for acquiring any language. Engaging with English audio not only enhances your vocabulary, but also trains your auditory skills to grasp the natural rhythm, intonation, and flow of the language, which is essential for achieving fluency. Dedicate as much time as possible to listening to English. Options include podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos, television shows, movies, and music with lyrics. The more you immerse yourself in listening, the more you will notice how native speakers link their words, which will subsequently aid in refining your own speaking abilities. However, it is important to note that passive listening alone is insufficient. You must engage in active listening, focusing on word pronunciation, sentence structure, and the various ways native speakers communicate in different contexts. When it comes to speaking, do so with confidence and do not shy away from making mistakes. A significant obstacle to fluency is the apprehension of making errors. Many learners hesitate to speak for fear of sounding foolish or saying something incorrect. However, it is crucial to understand that mistakes are an integral part of the learning process. In fact, the more errors you encounter, the quicker your improvement will be. Just as infants make numerous mistakes while learning to speak, mispronouncing words, mixing up grammar, and so forth, they persist and ultimately achieve fluency. You should adopt a similar approach. Do not hesitate to speak, even if you are not entirely confident in your grammar or pronunciation. Keep in mind that fluency does not equate to perfection. Fluency refers to the ability to communicate effectively, even in the presence of errors, as long as your message is understood. You are making progress towards building your confidence. Begin by engaging in practice within a low-pressure setting. Speak to yourself in English at home, converse with a friend, or utilize language applications that connect you with individuals globally. The more you engage in practice, the more at ease you will feel. Consistent repetition is essential. Consider language acquisition akin to training for a sport. To become a champion athlete, one must train consistently and with dedication. The same principle applies to mastering English. Athletes do not merely attempt a new skill once and then abandon it. They repeat it until it becomes instinctive. You should adopt a similar approach to language learning, practicing repeatedly until it becomes an integral part of your vocabulary. This method, known as spaced repetition, is among the most effective strategies for retaining new information. Here are some ways to incorporate repetition into your daily English practice. Number 1. Review vocabulary consistently each day. Go over the words and phrases you learned the previous day. Utilize flashcard applications such as Anki or Quizlet, or jot them down in a notebook and revisit them at various times throughout the day. Number 2. Employ new words and sentences. As soon as you acquire a new word, incorporate it into a sentence, and strive to create different sentences using the same word throughout the day. For instance, if you learn the word opportunity, you might say, "This is a great opportunity to learn English," or "I had the opportunity to meet new people today." There's an opportunity to practice English in this conversation. Number 3. Practice speaking aloud. It is essential to vocalize the sentences you formulate in your mind, rather than merely contemplating them. Articulating your thoughts aloud allows you to acclimate to the sound of your own voice while speaking English, thereby enhancing your confidence. With consistent practice, your speaking will become increasingly fluid and instinctive. As you progress in your language studies, it is beneficial to revisit earlier lessons. Language acquisition is not a linear journey. It necessitates multiple reviews of material to achieve true mastery. Keep in mind that repetition is not tedious. It is a fundamental method for training our brains to absorb and retain new knowledge. The more frequently you repeat a word or phrase, the more readily it will come to mind when required. Engage deeply with the English language by immersing yourself in it. Immersion is one of the most effective strategies for rapid language learning. By surrounding yourself with English, you compel your brain to interact with the language continuously, thereby accelerating the learning process. Relocation to an English-speaking country is not a prerequisite for immersion. When you encounter a new word or phrase, do not simply look it up once and move on. Instead, integrate it into your daily life by maximizing your exposure to English. Here are some practical strategies to immerse yourself in English, regardless of your location. Adjust your environment to reflect English. Change the language settings on your phone and computer. This seemingly minor adjustment can have a significant impact, as it will familiarize you with reading and navigating in English throughout your daily activities. Watch television shows and films in English. If necessary, begin with subtitles in your native language, but gradually transition to English subtitles and ultimately to no subtitles at all. Observe how individuals communicate and endeavor to repeat their sentences aloud. Additionally, listen to English podcasts or audiobooks on topics that captivate your interest, as this will help maintain your engagement. Incorporating English listening into your routine, whether during commutes, workouts, or household tasks, can yield substantial benefits. Podcasts cater to a wide array of interests, including storytelling, news, comedy, and educational subjects. Establish English-only zones by designating specific times or areas within your home where English is the sole language used. For instance, while in the kitchen, focus on thinking and speaking in English about your activities, such as stating, "I am preparing a sandwich," or "I need to purchase some apples." When unwinding in the living room, consider reading an English book or watching an English language video. In the mornings, you might listen to an English news update or engage in vocabulary practice. These incremental adjustments can accumulate over time, significantly enhancing your comfort level with the language. Additionally, seek out an English-speaking community. Even if you reside outside an English-speaking country, numerous opportunities exist to connect with individuals for practice. For example, participate in online language exchanges through platforms like Italki, HelloTalk, and Tandem, which link you with native speakers eager to learn your language while assisting you in practicing English. This creates a mutually beneficial situation. You can arrange video calls or communicate through text and audio messages. Moreover, consider attending local meetups. Many cities host English language groups or clubs where individuals convene to practice their English skills. Explore platforms such as meetup.com to identify any gatherings in your vicinity. Utilize social media by joining Facebook groups, Reddit communities, or Instagram accounts focused on English learning. You will encounter others with similar objectives, allowing you to support one another by sharing advice, posing questions, and practicing together. The essential aspect is to engage in real-life situations where you can practice English. The more you converse with others, the quicker you will alleviate any anxiety and become accustomed to thinking spontaneously in English. A comprehensive strategy. To achieve fluency in English within 5 months, it is crucial to focus on 4 fundamental language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Each skill complements the others, collectively enhancing your overall fluency. Let us explore effective methods for practicing each of these skills. Listening. Importance. Listening is vital for comprehending native speakers and grasping nuances in pronunciation, intonation, and conversational dynamics. It trains your mind to identify common phrases and sentence structures, facilitating more natural speech. Practice methods. Engage with English audio daily, such as podcasts, audiobooks, television programs, and YouTube videos. Employ active listening by pausing the audio to repeat what you hear, aiming to imitate the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. The shadowing technique is particularly effective. Select a brief audio segment featuring a native speaker and listen while echoing the words a few seconds later, striving to match their tone, pronunciation, and pace. Speaking. Importance. Speaking serves as the most immediate avenue for developing fluency. Increased speaking practice leads to a more instinctive and automatic use of English. Practice methods. Speak daily, even if only to yourself. Narrate your activities or discuss your plans. The more you interact with the language, the more proficient you will become. Seek a language partner or tutor for regular conversational practice. If in-person options are unavailable, consider online platforms such as italki, Camly, or Preply. Additionally, record your speech and listen to it afterward to identify areas for improvement, such as pronunciation or grammatical errors, while also tracking your progress. Reading is crucial as it enhances your vocabulary and reinforces the grammar and sentence structures you have been studying. Additionally, it serves as an excellent means to engage with more intricate ideas and discussions in English. To practice effectively, begin with materials that correspond to your current proficiency level. For beginners, children's literature or straightforward news articles are suitable starting points. As you progress, challenge yourself with more sophisticated texts, such as novels, blogs, or professional publications. Reading aloud can significantly aid in improving both comprehension and speaking abilities. This practice will enhance your pronunciation, boost your fluency, and help you become accustomed to speaking English naturally. It is advisable to maintain a vocabulary notebook to record new words, including their definitions and example sentences. Regularly reviewing these entries will aid in expanding your vocabulary. Writing is equally important as it allows you to organize your thoughts, reinforce your grasp of grammar, and enhance your vocabulary. It is also a practical skill for everyday activities, such as composing emails, writing notes, or updating social media. To practice writing, consider maintaining a daily journal in English where you can express your daily experiences, thoughts, or aspirations. The entries need not be lengthy. The focus should be on articulating your ideas in English. Additionally, practice writing brief emails or messages in English, especially if you have friends who are also learning the language. Engaging in written conversations through online forums or social media groups, such as those found on Reddit, can be beneficial for language learners. If possible, seek feedback from a tutor or language partner who can review your writing and provide constructive criticism. By concentrating on all 4 language skills, You will establish a solid foundation in English and become a proficient communicator. Developing a consistent learning schedule is vital for achieving fluency within 5 months. Daily practice should become a habitual part of your routine. A well-structured learning schedule can significantly enhance your language acquisition. Consider the following example. Allocate 3 hours each day, divided into specific activities. In the morning, dedicate 1 hour to listening to a podcast or audiobook during breakfast. Following this, review 10 to 20 new vocabulary words using flashcards or a language application. At lunchtime, spend 30 minutes reading a brief news article or blog post in English, and practice summarizing the content aloud. In the afternoon, engage in a 45-minute conversation with a language partner or tutor, focusing on everyday subjects such as your weekend plans or recent activities. In the evening, allocate another 45 minutes to watch a television show or movie in English, paying close attention to character interactions and attempting to replicate their phrases and expressions. Adhering to a structured schedule like this will facilitate steady improvement across all 4 language skills, while reinforcing your learning. It is essential to remember that the effectiveness of your practice lies not only in the time spent, but also in the consistency and quality of your efforts. Addressing challenges and maintaining motivation is crucial, especially when aiming to learn English within 5 months. A commendable yet ambitious goal. It is common to encounter obstacles, and feelings of frustration or discouragement may arise, particularly when progress seems slow. To sustain motivation, consider the following strategies. Number 1. Set small, attainable goals. Rather than fixating on fluency as a distant objective, break it down into manageable milestones. For instance, aim to learn 10 new words daily or complete 1 speaking session with a tutor each week. Celebrate each accomplishment along the way. Number 2. Track your progress. Maintain a journal or log of your learning activities, noting what you practice each day, the new vocabulary acquired, and your feelings about your progress. This will provide a tangible record of your advancement, even on days when you feel stagnant. Number 3. Utilize positive reinforcement. Reward yourself upon reaching a goal, whether it be indulging in your favorite meal or enjoying a fun activity in English, such as watching a highly anticipated movie. Number 4. Stay connected with fellow learners. Engaging with others on the same journey can provide support and encouragement, making the learning process more enjoyable and effective. Collaborating with others can significantly enhance your motivation. Consider joining a study group, engaging in online discussions, or partnering with a language exchange companion. By sharing your experiences and obstacles with peers, you will maintain your motivation and accountability. Always keep your purpose in mind. In moments of low motivation, remind yourself of the reasons behind your desire to learn English, whether it is for professional growth, travel opportunities, or building new relationships. Keeping your objectives at the forefront will assist you in overcoming challenging times. In conclusion, achieving fluency in English is attainable. With consistent effort, effective practice, and a positive mindset, you can reach fluency in as little as 5 months. Remember, the path to fluency extends beyond merely memorizing vocabulary and grammar. It involves cultivating confidence, enhancing your communication abilities, and enjoying the learning experience. Adhere to your study plan, practice daily, and immerse yourself in the language across various aspects of your life. With determination, you will witness continuous improvement. While challenges may arise, they are an integral part of the learning journey. Each new word you acquire, every conversation you engage in, and each sentence you compose brings you closer to fluency. As you near the 5-month milestone, you will likely discover that English has seamlessly integrated into your daily routine. You will think in English, communicate with greater confidence, and comprehend more than you ever imagined. Ultimately, the reward lies not only in fluency, but also in the ability to connect with others, appreciate diverse cultures, and express yourself in a new language. Remember, learning a language is not solely about reaching a final goal. It is about celebrating the small achievements along the way and reveling in the joy of effective communication. Therefore, persevere, maintain a positive outlook, and above all, have faith in your abilities. You are capable of succeeding in your journey toward English fluency.